I don't know, what are we thinking? Low B or low C? Yuck! Cha 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 cha. Ain't nobody got time for bass with that go. Any bass players out there? Hey Don, how you doing? Or Dom, sorry. It's Dom, right? Yeah. doing? I felt like playing a little bass today. I had a student kind of inspired me. Very interesting too. Way too much volume right there. Let's see if we can do map that. If I could pull out some Larry Graham. Why not one of the sickest solos ever? Sailing is what I saw there. Why not one of the sickest solos ever? I don't know. I'm not solo heavy. Hendrix background style from really struggling to learn that solo. What tune, bro? What tune are we looking at? Did I miss something else? Are you able to play Freebird song? Oh yeah. Yeah, what are you looking for from the Freebird part there? Here, let me. What key is that? It has a D. Chaco, 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 hacko, taco, 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 wacko, wacko, taco, taco, digga, 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 taco, taco, Dig it, dig it. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it was a D, C, and a G. If not, it's going to need to be transposed, my friend, my friend. Let's see if I can. bass ground. So what we're doing with this solo for the Freebirds, I hope that backing track kind of lasts. When we've got the G, C, and D, the notes we're playing are D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C natural, and D. The reason being is this song has three chords that stay constant to each other. When you play the D to the C to the G, all of them share the same notes except for one of these notes. Why am I getting so much feedback? Is it that thing? Ugh. So the whole reason why we have these notes is they fit together in a family of chords. When you omit the C sharp in the key of D, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and give it a C, you're playing something called a D dominant or a D7. That D7, C7, G7 work. When you're soloing, that feeling that they're doing over the top there is a blues standard. So they're crossing the lines between major and minor. You're having a dyad that feels great. So when you play your F and your A, or your D and A, you have a great dyad mass. The chords that are being used, like, are bending between dyads. So with this arpeggiated note here, our D, F sharp, A, D, you're going to be grooving around on your G, your C, and your D. So what I say is establish yourself a little lick or a lead, like a D. When it gets to your C, you can use that same lick. But you want to avoid playing one of those notes. You want to avoid playing that F sharp and you want to avoid playing the C sharp. So you'd have D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. And then you'd have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. That would give you a G major. It would give you a C major, and then something called D mixolydian. While playing through the solo, you're going to find yourself playing over the top of that the blues. It's called a bebop Dorian or a blues harmonic scale. So you would have your D major to your C major and your G. Some of the fun things I like doing are like the pentatonics over the top of the D. So you would have like pinky on the 10, pointer on the 7, pinky on the 10, pointer on the 7. Now keep the pointer there so you can play both of these notes and do pull-offs. And then you work them up. Pull down helps. And then once you get the concept of the notes, try and speed them up so they're eighth notes. That little nuance will help take your guitar playing to the next level. The whole idea is you're not looking for the fast part of it. You're looking to hold down these two notes and be able to do a pull down, pull down. Listen to it here. Hear how it works over all three chords? The whole idea behind that is sometimes you can hold these down and then play up top with your pick or a finger. What this really is getting a better understanding of what your pentatonic system is and how each pentatonic fits together on the fretboard. When playing in D, our D major pentatonic would look like such. So all 5 of those notes in the key of D work. The 1, D, the 2, E, F sharp, we skip the 4, we play the A and we play the B, and then we skip the 7, the C sharp or the C. That way, those 5 notes are the notes you're going to be playing all over it. Whenever you switch up your positioning where they are, they move. Cool? exploring it and playing with thirds and fourths. Those are also fun. If you're doing dyad stretches, you can do your D, your C, and your G. Try and see on that last one, you can play your G and you can play your, the B. When you play G and B together, and then you play your next note, you're going to have your C and your A together. And then when you move it up a whole step on the D string, and then on the G string and the E string, and then you move it up, you're going to have your B, and then you're going to have your D. This is moving up a dyad movement. So I like a half step right here. Works well over the top of it, pretty sure. Right on? Right on. So moving through these notes, I would have the same lick doing something like... do any like AC/DC, it's really kind of cool because a lot of that guitar work is using like hammer-ons and pull-offs, which is another great way to learn how to play on and off pull-offs. Did anything that I just blabbered about help you in your process to understand that? The band's favorite verses are hard to nail down for me. Oh yeah, the second part of the song solo is very pretty much dictionary rock and roll X. Yes, it is. It's all pentatonic back and forth. Happy Tuesday to you, Fabby Daddy. Yeah, I mean, a part of it is being able to just lay down your own lead line. So that D to your C to your G, being able to do something like... Another great idea to do inside of here is like if you're playing over the top of G, you could also see it as being B natural minor pentatonic. And then what I was just doing was that the run I did, the dyad run I did, yes, it was a diatonic run that I did a chromatic fill in it. So it had this pentatonic top 4 in a D major or a B minor pentatonic. We're having our 10-9, 10-9, 7-9, 10-9. So we're essentially having our what is that? E. So we're gonna have our D up top there, D, B, and then below it we're having our what is that? A, D, D, F sharp. Yeah. So we're just moving it pentatonic. The next one I did, I played up on the 8th, and then I played the 12. If you want to influence it with the 9. And then when I pulled it back, it was the 10 to the 7 to the 8 on the B string. Exhibiting D, C, G, back to D. You can do a lot of open notes too if you want. Sounds too Christmassy. Christmas time is here again, yeah, yeah. Did the simplicity of the guitar more amazing? I like the sound of the basics more appealing. Agreed. I am an overplayer. I overplay when I'm in practice mode, and when I'm on stage or studio, I underplay and try to do tasty notes. It's as simple as it. The more you play, the more you get used to doing it. So being able to do like... those are just like our pentatonics, countless hours of playing bluegrass and stuff like that. Slide King, yeah, doing like slides up. I find the simplicity of it. Yeah, the like doing like that. Doing those slides up and down, like doing like a, is also a fan of what I like doing. But over the top of it, just having those high notes, having that like. That's a little loud for him, man. Give me a second. Actually, it's still super loud. There we go. So like a lower end doing like. The dyads are really where it's at for me when I get in the rock phase of it. So I'll do something like, and then work it up to, and then I'll get something weird like a dissonance, and then build it up, and try not to do the resolution. That's the whole point about building tension as far as I'm concerned with guitar, and then using these notes. So a good way to look about it is start off with something simple like. You could always do half steps. Suspended note, resolution to the third. It really takes just a tiny bit of fretboard knowledge and understanding to really nail this song out of their park. Don't know any other. Oh, sorry about that, Daddy. Let me go up here. Daddy! Let me get up here. I'm still a beginner and Amina just recently felt confident enough to explore beyond the basic blues scale. Wonderful. One of the best things you could do is just this exercise if you've got your guitar. C, if you're doing the blues guitar, C major, G minor, D major, A major, E major, B major, F sharp major, and then C sharp major. This might seem weird, but if you know your three basic scale patterns, C major open, C major starting with our middle finger, it gets rid of our first and open fret, and then our last one has our pointer finger, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 3rd, 5, 7, 4, 5. That's the same scale, each one of them. Those are all the scales for all over the whole instrument. When we learn modal theory, it all is viewed through the eyes of the major. So if we play, This starts to allow us to use something called the circle of fifths. It is a great way to start navigating your fretboard as well as doing muscle memory patterns and then starting to do note name recognitions. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, B sharp, F, C sharp, G, C sharp, D sharp, B sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. Whenever you can know every single name of your note, it doesn't really matter as far as like being able to play. But if you're at a point where you can practice the practicing and know what that is, how hard would it be to do all three of your major moduses right in a row? Major. Major. Cool. Let's do them in order of lightest to darkest for the majors. Lydian. Ionian. Mixolydian. Each one of those is used over a specific type of chord. C major 7, C dominant 7. So if you know that so far, you're doing a good job. Then it's applying those notes in whole tone, half tone, whole tone, half tone, or whole tone, half tone. Knowing where your spaces are. You're essentially taking 7 notes that have 2 half steps and shifting them around. That is modality. In order from lightest to darkest, you have Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian. You then go to Dorian, which is our first minor mode. It has the same thing as natural minor, but it has a natural 6. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Our next modus is going to be called Aeolian. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Then we've got Phrygian. 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. And lastly, Locrian with a flat 5 then. 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Those are the only modes. Other than that, it's a hat on a hat. You would take one of those modes like Dorian, and then the second modus of that would be the whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So then you move those notes. And you start getting these alternate modes called half step or whole tone scales. They're amazing. Super Locrian and all sorts of other different modes. But the whole idea is you do not need to know everything that I'm pontificating, the stuff that I've learned, that other people learn. You don't need to know that to have fun and play. The idea is each one of these things kind of fit back to back, and the more you spend time doing it and then watching backing tracks, watching channels like this, asking questions, the easier it all becomes, truly. Let's see here. I hope you do make it past that point of intermediate to, if you're doing modal theory now, you are past the point of beginner too. I played for 15 years, knew about majors and minors, and plateaued at pentatonics. Then it was like 4 or 5 hours to 8 hours a day of work for 3 or 4 years to get to the point I'm at now, but that's all it is. Don't even know the scope on heart. I hope that you check out my channel, Dan. I think you'll really dig it. Fat Daddy. Yeah, I don't know. You're above me floating in space. Yeah, I kind of get that out. The whole idea about music itself, everybody's at their own level. The whole thing I'm doing here for the members only. I do public live sessions, but I only really interact with my members. So right now, if you have a couple extra dollars to spare, you believe in this and the product, subscribe, check it out for a while, but come around for the live shows. I interact more with my members that subscribe, that actually pay me to give an interest. Other than that, I love music and I love doing it. I do need to get out of here because I have to go see a notary and get stuff notararied. Is that right? I do music, not grammar. Let's see. Does anybody have a dying request? We spent a little time on that Freebird. I hope that helps. And then, if not, I could just do like a backing track or something. Show you how my fingers work. E natural minor. We're going to be going to our G, B dominant, E minor 7. I accidentally hit a passing chord in there, which I despise. Maybe I can just get rid of that. Nope. Pentatonic descending run. Has to go down a half step to get that natural D sharp because it needs to be a major league. Just started to imitate. Cool, who are you imitating? I have imitated Zappa and Trey Anastasio, and I can't tell you how many people that have actually gone over to try to learn to do it. Like, time you really start to develop your own appetite and your own vocabulary for these things. It took me about 3 years to find my own particular style, but when I get on an electric guitar behind a nice backing band, it's fun to just let go and let every moment that I've just practiced kind of come forth. A lot of the stuff that I've learned is not applicable, but I do think about it while playing. Just mostly when playing, what comes out is the natural motor skills and motor memory. Sorry, yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's a particular type of blues too. Yeah, a lot of double strokes, double stops, a bunch of rake picking. Yeah, that's what I agree with as well. I didn't like Stevie Ray Vaughan for the longest time because I just listened to other blues players. I think people like Joe Bossamano blow them out of the water. But then again, it's perceptive. Everybody likes a certain brand of it. The truth is, if you haven't gotten into Eastern music, like ragas or just anything, check out a gentleman who's now deceased. His name's Sean Lane, and his bass player, Jonas Hellberg. I'm sure you'll love that, and if you could listen to that, you'll understand where I'm coming from. It does all the stuff that you and I like from blues standards, but it combines Eastern tonality of microtonal decisions. I love it. It just makes me so happy to play. Other than that, Grateful Dead, yeah. When you can sit down with a Grateful Dead tune and play something like, what is that, the harder one? That, is that it? Once you put that together and you can get that breakdown that's in Slipknot, sloppy. But if I were to work on that every week for 5 minutes here and there, I'd have Slipknot back again. Every once in a while I jump back into the Dead. Anywho, I have to go see a notary at my bank. It's only going to take me a few minutes to get there, but I want to make sure I'm on time. I've been teaching music on island here for about 4.5 years. I've only taken 3 days off. I've only canceled once. This is one of those cancels. Really bummed. However, my students understand, and I'm going to go take care of life as, you know, life needs to be taken care of. Thank you. Everybody be well. We'll see you soon. Aloha. And if you haven't already become a member, become a member. If you're into music and you have a couple bucks every month to hang out with me, come see the live stuff. Even though it's live to all the public, I just hang out with the people that are members on the public feeds. That's only on the member kind of stuff. Other than that, subscribe, learn something about music, ask some questions, and be awesome. Aloha. These are my pants. Aloha to you.